The year is 1347, a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. Imagine a world gripped by fear, where every breath could be your last. A mysterious illness is spreading like wildfire. People are dying, not in ones or twos, but in droves. Entire families are wiped out overnight. This is the Black Death, one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. It struck with a vengeance, leaving no one untouched. It ravaged Europe, Asia, and parts of Africa, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. No corner of the known world was spared. The Black Death was a terrifying ordeal. People were healthy one day and dead the next. The speed at which it claimed lives was unprecedented. The speed and ferocity of the disease were shocking. No one knew what caused it or how to stop it. Medieval doctors with their beak masks were helpless. Fear and panic spread like the plague itself. Communities were paralyzed by the sheer terror of the unknown. The Black Death had a profound impact on the world. It killed millions, perhaps as much as half of Europe's population. Mass graves became a common sight. It shattered economies, disrupted trade, and threw societies into chaos. The social fabric of communities was torn apart. The Black Death was a defining moment in human history. Its impact was felt for generations, shaping the course of the future in ways we still see today. We now know that the Black Death, one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, was caused by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis. This bacterium, invisible to the naked eye, wreaked havoc across continents. This deadly bacterium lived in rodents, particularly black rats, which were common in medieval towns and cities. Fleas that fed on these infected rats became carriers of the bacteria, acting as a bridge between the rodents and humans. When these fleas bit people, they transmitted the deadly disease, leading to widespread infection and death. The Yersinia pestis bacterium is a formidable foe, capable of surviving in various conditions. It is highly adaptable and can thrive in different hosts and environments. This adaptability allows it to spread through the air by touch or through contaminated food and water, making it extremely difficult to contain. In the 14th century, people had no understanding of bacteria or how diseases spread, which compounded the problem. Without this crucial knowledge, they were unable to take effective measures to stop the spread of the Black Death. This lack of understanding made it nearly impossible to halt the relentless march of the plague. The Black Death serves as a stark reminder that even the smallest of creatures, like a flea or a bacterium, can have a devastating impact on human civilization. It is a testament to the power of nature and the vulnerability of humankind in the face of microscopic enemies. The story of the Black Death is a chilling tale of a tiny enemy that brought the world to its knees, forever changing the course of history. The Black Death was a gruesome disease. It attacked the lymphatic system, causing painful swellings called buboes. These buboes, filled with pus, appeared in the groin, armpits, and neck. They were a telltale sign of the plague. Other symptoms included fever, chills, headache, muscle pain, and weakness. Victims often experienced vomiting, diarrhea, and seizures. The disease could progress rapidly, leading to death within days. There were three main forms of the Black Death: bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic. Bubonic plague, the most common form, was spread by flea bites. Pneumonic plague, a more deadly form, affected the lungs and could be spread through the air. Septicemic plague, the rarest and most deadly form, occurred when the bacteria entered the bloodstream. The Black Death, one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, originated in Central Asia, likely in or near China. This deadly disease would go on to change the course of history. It spread along trade routes carried by infected rodents and fleas. These tiny creatures were the unwitting harbingers of death, traveling with merchants and traders. The Silk Road, a vast network of trade routes connecting east and west, played a significant role in the plague's spread. Merchants, caravans, and travelers moved goods and, unknowingly, the deadly bacteria. From Central Asia, the Black Death spread westward, reaching the Crimea in 1346. This marked the beginning of its devastating journey into Europe. It then spread to Constantinople, a major trading hub of the medieval world, and from there to other parts of Europe. The city's bustling markets and ports facilitated the rapid spread of the disease. The plague traveled by land and sea, following the intricate web of trade routes and human migration patterns. Ships and caravans carried the infected, spreading the disease far and wide. The Black Death's journey was facilitated by a number of factors, including the movement of people and goods across vast distances. Overcrowding, poor sanitation, and a lack of medical knowledge all contributed to the plague's rapid spread. Medieval towns were ill-equipped to handle such a virulent disease. The Black Death's journey is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the world and the ease with which diseases can spread. It underscores the importance of understanding and managing global health risks. Section 5. Arrival in Europe. The Black Death reached Europe in 1347, arriving on ships from the east. The first recorded outbreak in Europe occurred in Messina, Sicily. From there it quickly spread to other Italian port cities, including Genoa and Venice. The arrival of the Black Death in Europe was met with terror and disbelief. People had never seen anything like it before. Doctors were baffled and treatments were ineffective. The plague spread rapidly, killing indiscriminately. The Black Death had a devastating impact on Europe. It wiped out entire villages and towns. It overwhelmed healthcare systems and disrupted social order. The Black Death's arrival in Europe marked the beginning of one of the darkest chapters in human history. Section 6. A world transformed. The Black Death had a profound impact on the world. It killed millions, reshaped societies, and left an enduring legacy. The plague's impact was felt in all aspects of life, from the economy to religion. The Black Death led to widespread economic decline. The deaths of so many workers disrupted agriculture, trade, and industry. Labor shortages led to higher wages, which in turn led to inflation. The plague's economic impact was felt for decades. The Black Death also had a profound impact on religion. Some people turned to God for salvation, while others questioned their faith. The plague led to an increase in religious persecution, as some blamed Jews and other minority groups for the outbreak. Section 7. Echoes in History. The Black Death was a watershed moment in human history. It left an enduring legacy that continues to shape our world today. The plague's impact can be seen in art, literature, and even our genes. The Black Death inspired some of the greatest works of art and literature, from Boccaccio's to Holbein's. The plague's influence can be seen in countless works of art. These works reflect the terror, despair, and resilience of people living through the pandemic. The Black Death also left its mark on our genes. Survivors of the plague were more likely to have certain genetic variations that provided resistance to the disease. These variations have been passed down through generations, shaping the genetic makeup of populations today. Section 8. Lessons from the past. The Black Death offers valuable lessons for the present and the future. It reminds us of the importance of public health measures, the need for scientific understanding, and the interconnectedness of our world. The Black Death highlights the importance of public health measures such as sanitation, quarantine, and disease surveillance. These measures are essential for preventing and controlling the spread of infectious diseases. The Black Death also underscores the need for scientific understanding. It was only through scientific research that we were able to identify the cause of the plague and develop effective treatments. Science plays a vital role in protecting us from infectious diseases. Section 9. Conclusion. A legacy remembered. The Black Death was a catastrophic event that forever changed the course of human history. It was a time of unimaginable suffering, but it also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The Black Death reminds us of the importance of learning from the past. By understanding the causes and consequences of pandemics, we can better prepare for and respond to future health threats. The Black Death is a story that needs to be told and retold. It is a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of working together to create a healthier and safer world.